Hello. Today I wanted to discuss the history of testosterone. It's kind of, I did a search on YouTube and I didn't see anybody that has that subject at all. So it's kind of interesting history. For centuries it's been known that a man's power, his sexual power and virility and all that type of thing comes from the testicles. And on farms they'd have a horse that was too wild and hard to control. They would castrate it and make it docile and easier to control. They would also remove the testicles of a pig. I've seen it myself, where it fattens them up after they've done the castration. Yield more beef for the farmer, makes more money. It wasn't until 1767 a man named John Hunter, his goal was, he was into transplant all kinds of different things, but he was the one that recognized that he did a transplantation from a rooster to a hen and didn't see anything, but he was able to observe the difference in a rooster when they did the castration, and then they would surgically implant back on to the rooster, and they noticed that his male characteristics would come back. Even though the nerves were severed, they noticed it was excreting something that gave the rooster back its old macho personality. In 1889, a man named Brown Sigward, he's noted for being the father of the endocrine system, where he discovered insulin hormone, growth hormone, testosterone, and so he also liked to experiment on himself, and he was able to, he claimed that he felt stronger and that type of thing. And I know back in that era they would sell like snake oils or bull's material that they said that, was a lie, but because it was well known that the testicle gave the man its virility. But also Brown Segal was, being the inventor of the endocrine system, or discovering it, really opened the eyes of the whole medical science profession and just opened up a whole field of knowledge. And in 1939, the Nazis are the ones that actually were the ones that discovered the majority of everything that we have today. And what's not known is that the Nazis, there was only just a couple of Nazis. They financed it. There was two people that got the Nobel Prize for chemistry, one being Adolf Benart and another one named Leopold Ruzica. But the Adolf was discredited for the Nobel Prize because he was a Jew sympathizer, and he also helped, I guess, him escape and that type of thing. And then the Nazis were able to discredit him and make Leopold Ruzica the sole recognition for doing that discovery. But the truth of the matter is that the Nazis, really the majority of all the scientists were Jewish. And they were able, I think part of the reason they were able to advance so fast in such a short period of time is, like today you'd have to use lab rats and lab animals. Well, they had prisoners of war, they could do whatever they wanted to, they didn't care. And the Nazis had unlimited supply of test subjects for all the experiments that they were obviously doing. And they discovered everything that we know today. They discovered dianabol, decadurabolin, anadrol, masteron, sustanon, all the different testosterones and their components, and even Leopold Ruzica finally defected in 1944 and went to Mexico, And he took all the Jewish scientists with him, and they were invited and hired by a Mexican syntax in Mexico, which they later on went on to discover birth control. So these were some incredible scientists. I mean, and today, in all these years that have gone by, and the only thing they've really invented it's a milestone compared to what these people did is the delivery system of using testosterone cream. That's relatively new compared to the rest. And you know, and being that people don't realize that steroid hormones are creams for healing. Birth control is another form. All the different types of things, and for example, decadurabolin, where they take the testosterone molecules and all their components, and they're able to remove the sexual part and only incorporate the anabolic part, and the body picks it up. And I know that if you take too much decadurabolin for a long period of time, it just can ruin your sex drive. So it's why you should stack it with testosterone. But anyway, that's kind of a brief history, and I hope you enjoyed the trip down the history lane. And if you liked my video, please subscribe. And I want to get into new subjects real quick here. I'm not going to be talking about testosterone anymore for a while, unless you guys want to talk about something. And thanks for listening. Bye. See you in the gym.